Hey everyone, Izzy and MJ from Endless RVing with another campground review. This one is interesting to say the least. Not in a bad way, it's a little weird, but
yeah,
we're gonna tell you what we think about it at the end of this video, how much it costs, and whether we'll be back again.
we are staying at the Depot Travel Park, and this is in West Cape May, New Jersey. If many of you know, if you follow us, we love Cape May, New Jersey. It's one of our favorite places in the state, and we're down here for Labor Day weekend. We have an extended weekend, so we're enjoying the beautiful weather, last weekend of the summer, and although this video is coming out a little bit later, we're going to give you a breakdown of this whole campground.
We do advise, if you ever decide to come to New Jersey, two places you want to visit for sure. Cape May, #1, and then up in Sussex County. Those are two beautiful parts of the state. Not what you would expect, two of our favorite parts of the state. So we're back here and we're going to get into it. We do want to give you guys a quick reminder. Make sure you are subscribed, notification bells on, because we put out a lot of videos, including campground reviews. So when you're on the road and you're traveling, you know where to go, where not to go, what to expect. So let's start with the first thing, which is our must-haves.
So the first must-have and things that we always like to consider when we're booking a campground is location. Now, this out of every campground we've ever done is probably the best location, and we'll explain why. First of all, this is located in West Cape May. As I said, Cape May is well known for its beaches, its shopping, its hotels, just beautiful beach. I mean,
beautiful old homes. Right,
Victorian homes, which you've seen in past videos of ours. And we have stayed in our RV in Cape May in the past. For some reason, until this past 6 months, I didn't even know this RV campground was here, and I found it and got really excited. And the reason is because it is 1 mile from the beach. So this morning we walked.
You could walk
miles. We went down to the beach. We stopped at at a bakery. We got Bazar croissant. He was so happy. The location, you cannot beat it. You're surrounded by restaurants. You can hop on a bike and go to the beach. It's great.
And if you're not from the Northeast, or if you've never been to Cape May, that doesn't sound like a big deal, but it is a big deal. Because the parking and the traffic pretty much all the time in Cape May it can be frustrating. It can be expensive to park. Some places will charge you $20, $30. And if you try to do a municipal lot or on the street, there's different parking restrictions and
they're full usually.
Yeah, so having the ability to just walk is huge. Like, this is prime real estate. All the other campgrounds in the area, you can't really walk. You have to drive in, or it's probably like a 8 to 10 mile bike ride. So that is a big deal here. Also, getting to this park, it's right off the Garden State Parkway. So it is very convenient. All the access roads coming in, and the roads inside the parks themselves are great. Now let's get into the next thing. It's going to be the site size and the internet connection. So the site sizes are sufficient. There's not much room in between RVs. They pack you in here for sure. Typical Northeast New Jersey privately owned campground, there's not a lot of room, but we'll take you for a quick tour of our site. It's a decent size. You can see our neighbor over here to my right, and then our neighbor to my left. This is the gravel site. They have different sites. We'll talk about that. So let's go down the passenger side. You can see Bowser here in his little holding pen.
Hey, buddy.
So it's pretty level, off about 6 inches front to back. You do have a table that's not broken. You have a fire ring. It's bordered with grass and concrete, which is nice. The site is clearly marked out. We're in site 96, wide open. You can see our Starlink. We'll give you the speed on that, but there's no obstructions on that Starlink. Now going down on the driver's side, concrete, full 50-30 amp hookups. And then we also have our water here. Everything is clear. No trees per se as far as overhang, trees separating each site. We're very happy with it. Could be a little bit bigger as far in between neighbors, but lengthwise, it's fine. Now let's give you some internet speeds. They do offer cable, at least in this site, and there's a decent amount of channels. We stream everything, so let's talk about internet speeds. AT&T, we have 5 bars. We're 223 down, 18.2 up. Let's talk about Starlink, because we've added that to our repertoire, and we got no obstructions, 340 down, 37.1 up. Now, again, these fluctuate. Needless to say, very good internet speed. They do offer campground Wi-Fi. We haven't even gone on it. I don't imagine it's gonna be that fast, but I could be wrong, but we have no idea what the speed is on the Wi-Fi for the campground.
The last two must-haves, one is allow pets. Yes, there's a ton of dogs here and Bowser's very happy. And then the next one is level sight. So we were off about 6.5 inches. We were dipping down in the front a little bit, but we were able to level just fine. And guys, we're using a new product now that you may have seen on the market. They're from RV Snap Heads. You know we love our RV Snap Heads, but these are called stack pads. So you can see, and what's different about these than a lot of other ones is you can see, you can actually, if you need more height or less, you can adjust. These are up to, they hold up to 40,000 pounds.
Which is crazy.
These are solid. Here, take a look. We use these in order to help us level. They really do work well.
So we used to carry leveling blocks with us. We don't use them that often, but the ones we used to have, I mean, they were good. They were 10,000 pounds. These are 40,000 pounds. Each one of these gives you 2 inches of height with the full setup, and then you take the rubber off, you can adjust it. So
But again,
they're pretty awesome.
Just like our RV Snap Heads, you could tell these are made really, really well. They're made
in USA and Canada.
Yeah.
Now, before we continue with this video, guys, we do want to share a little secret with you. You can see Nellie is so clean behind us. There's literally no dirt on it. It's so shiny. So we're going to have to use MJ's car, which is not as clean as Nellie is.
You're so braggy.
To talk about the sponsor of our video, Release Cleaner, guys. Release Cleaner is responsible for what you see behind us. It is an all-in-one cleaning solution that we use when we are on the road because you can clean everything with this. You can use this on wheels, tires, glass, paint, upholstery, bathroom, it doesn't matter. And the formula in Release associates with the dirt. Once you spray it on, you let it sit for a couple of seconds, you will just wipe the dirt away. We're gonna show you live on here. You can see MJ. This is a little bit neglected, even though I just washed it. You have some bugs up front. I'm just gonna spray this in the foam dispenser.
Oh, there's a carcass right there.
So we're gonna let that spray, let it do its work. It is pretty hot out today. I just want to show you, it also works on the stains. There's a little of a, like you can see a tree stain and give it a little bit right there. And over here, there's a little bit of poop. So I'm just gonna spray it right here on this.
What is that? Oh, bird poop.
Little poop. What's awesome about Release, guys, is that you can carry everything you need. You buy the 1 gallon concentrate, you're gonna get 80 32-ounce bottles of the strongest solution, which is 1 part Release to 20 part water. It's gonna cost you a little bit over $1 a bottle. You're also gonna get free shipping. Any purchase over $100, you will get a discount, which is discount code
Endless10.
10% off of your purchase, which is gonna save you a bunch of money. It's gonna give a little bit more just so it can lubricate. And if you wanna give me a towel, hon.
Good.
She really wants to take my head off on these things.
Well,
so I just want you to show right there. It's doing its thing now. It's running down. It's not sitting on it, but it's gonna come right off. I'm just so confident on it, and just takes everything off. Let's look at the bugs because that's the big one. Especially when you're going down with your motor home, you don't want the bugs sitting there. So you can see the bugs right here. I'm just gonna go one quick wipe across.
Gone.
And there you go. The bugs are gone. They're now on here. Let's go over to this one. Quick wipe, guys. That one's stuck on there real good.
Caked on, but gone.
It got on there too. And now let's go on the little bit of poop. Let me just give it a little bit here so it's lubricated and give you over another side. The poop will be gone instantly. And that's gone also.
Beautiful.
Guys, people are loving, our subscribers are loving Release. You can read the comments all the time. Go to the Release website, read the comments. If you want more information, releasecleaner.com. Again, discount code Endless10 gets you 10% off. We'll put the link down below. Let's move into our like-to-haves, full hookups and space. We do have full hookups. Now this campground has different options. Some with just water, some with water and electric, and then of course full hookups. They also have a dump station here, which need it and you can use it. The next thing is gonna be space in between RV, space in the actual site itself. I touched upon that a little bit earlier. You have space from front to back, side to side. There's really not much. Now, you're not touching your neighbor, but it's not like a state campground.
No, definitely
nor would you expect
not, no.
it. It's a private campground.
Right. Then we have overhang. So we like to stay in places where we don't have a lot of overhang, and even more so now because we have our Starlink. So we have the Starlink going. The speeds yesterday were ridiculously fast. So we're not going to have to touch our roof when we leave, although you'll probably want to anyway, but there's nothing overhanging.
It's so nice being able to upload a video in like minutes.
I know. Yeah, because we have a lot of...
And even the cellular is great in here.
Yes, yeah. And then dog park. So this does not have a dog park. There are a lot of dogs, but like we said, you can take your dog on a walk down to the beach and walk for miles and miles. Let's get into the bonuses. So this is where this campground is somewhat lacking. You have a lot of seasonal people here, and there's not a lot to do at the park itself, but I think people are here for the beach. The close proximity to the beach. You can take a 20-minute drive up to Wildwood if you want to go to the boardwalk, which we've showcased on our channel a lot. So there's plenty to do outside. Again, you're staying here because of the location. So they have a couple playgrounds, probably some of the nicest playgrounds I've ever seen in a park. Beautiful, well kept. They have horseshoes, they do have laundry. Right outside the entrance to the park, they have a little farm market. So we actually picked up some fruit there this morning.
Cash only.
Yeah. They have breads, they have some jams, local honeys and things like that. So a lot of good treats there.
They have propane hookup. Of course, they have bathroom showers. Everything is very well kept here.
They do have firewood here if you want to purchase that. They have an ATM. They have ice for sale. They don't have an actual store though with the camping supplies and things like that. Then you have golf cart rentals. This is not a huge park, but we see some people that might want to, if you have mobility issues or whatever, you can definitely rent a golf cart here to help you out.
Now there's different types of sites here. We're on the gravel site. Then they have grass. We prefer to be on the gravel just in case we get heavy rain. I don't know how the drainage is here, if they have an issue. It seems that a lot of the ones on the grass are seasonal. I don't really see that being an issue if you're seasonal, but just keep that in mind.
And just so you know, the stone sites, they're beautiful. I mean, they're small, but they're nice, and they're located right in the middle of the campground. And there's maybe 20 of them. There's not a lot. So if you want a stone site and you plan on coming here, definitely you want to call in advance, because our friends Tom and Missy, who were going to come with us, they actually had to book a different campground elsewhere because the stone sites were booked out. Now let's get into the deal breakers, guys. And there's one that we're going to talk about a little bit. But first of all, breed restrictions, none. There's dogs of every shape and size and creed and color. That we saw Great Danes, we saw German Shepherds, we have Bowser here, so that's good. Bad reviews is another one. They have a 4.4 Google rating, so that was good.
Now, as far as safety of the campground, other campers, it seems pretty safe here.
So this is a good, this
Cape May is a pretty nice area.
Beautiful.
Not to say that, crime doesn't go on here, but relatively safe area. And then the campers we've been around have been fine. Everybody's just kind of here with their family doing their thing. To,
a couple subscribers right next to us. But yeah, everybody's very friendly.
Next deal breaker, landscaping. Now, everything is very well kept here. The bathroom is extremely clean. We went in there a couple different times during the day, at night, in the morning. Extremely clean, so they do a good job of that.
Now let's get into the workers. Now, if you watched a previous video of ours, we'll link it up above. It was from a campground in Jackson, New Jersey. I mean, I won't go into it, but the service was horrendous upon our arrival. And we don't ask for much, but we just like to be greeted like, hi, how are you? Like we would do in a business. So we came into this office yesterday, and I kid you not, we got the same response, exact same response that we got in this other one. So
maybe it's us.
No, because it doesn't happen in other places.
That's true.
It doesn't happen down south. I hate to say it, but it doesn't. So we walked in, and the woman looked at us like this. I swear, right? You were there. You saw, no, not a word. I said, hi, we're checking in. Exactly the same as the last time. Last name, and we told her. And it was it was like that the whole time. Now look, we're not hypersensitive, because in the last video, people had said, oh, you're hypersensitive, you're bashing New Jersey. Look, guys, we've been in a lot of different campgrounds, and I don't care. I mean, it is the way it is. But just be friendly. If you're an owner and people are coming to use your campground, say hi. This is like simple, like
hi, thank you.
It's not even business 101. It's like human being 101. Hi, thanks for being here. What's your name?
Yeah, I mean, the difference between this campground and the last one was not only was the campground owner extremely rude, the place was a dump.
Yeah.
It was broken, it was overgrown. They could have been better up front. I don't think that's a deal breaker for us, because there's a lot more to offer. The campground is really well kept. And again, the location is good. And the price is not super cheap. No, it's not as expensive as some other ones, but again, you're paying for the location, which when we talk to you about the price, it's a little bit more than ones in the area, but if you're going to go to Cape May, you're probably going to wind up saving money coming to this spot.
Right. We talk about the cost of the other one that we stayed at. That was $94 a night for really a horrible experience. This is exactly the same. It was $94 a night. Now,
on our site.
On a stone site on Labor Day. So it's a holiday weekend. So it may be even a little bit less.
It's a top tier site.
Yeah, right. So the stone sites are the most expensive. So $94. But yes, again, you get the beautiful campground with a side of attitude, which we can handle because, again, yes, you are in a prime location. Will we be back?
Probably, yeah. We'd
Yes,
probably come back here.
yes.
We've stayed at a couple other places in Cape May. I know the Sun Resort, Tom was saying, was 85 a night, which is $10 less, but you're about 8 miles from the main attractions.
Right.
Again, if you're driving in a couple of days, you're going to make
an
up for
hour.
that just in driving as well as parking, because you could be paying $10, $15, $20 for parking very easily. If you go into a private and maybe municipal, you're probably paying $6 to $10
Right.
just for parking. So with this, you can walk, and what I like about it, we were walking around today. Of course, you get to move around, to exercise, but you get to see a lot of the places that you don't see if you're driving. We've been to Cape May a lot. I've been coming down here since I was a kid.
Yeah, yeah.
We discovered new places that we had never seen because you're walking,
Right,
and
right.
you
It's
don't,
pretty
you don't
cool.
see that when you're driving.
And you can use your bike too if you don't want to walk the mile or whatever. Hop on your bike or scooter or whatever. You can still see everything. It was really enjoyable, that walk this morning that we took, because you're sightseeing at the same time as getting to where you're going to.
So you may be asking yourself, well, you said this place is a little weird and it's a little off.
And some things need to change.
Well, MJ could explain that.
All right, so when I first called to book, spoke to a man actually who was very nice. I didn't see him in there when we checked in, but I couldn't leave a deposit on a credit card. I had to mail a check into the campground.
So we pay for these campgrounds through our business account, right?
Right.
Just for accounting purposes. I'm like, we don't have we have a checking account. We don't have checks because I haven't written a check in a really long time.
Yeah.
So MJ had to write a check and then we just transferred money, but it was like really strange.
So then when we got here, again, the balance, you have to pay by check or cash. You can pay cash. So we had to get, write the check and whatever. So that it was like 1980s, 1990s. And put in the comments, guys, do you write checks? I know who's going to say they write checks.
that?
Jim Estel, we see you. We know you still write checks because he wrote us a check for our meetup.
But it's just so crazy.
Or he
to
wanted
me.
to.
Like you're running a business. It's like so inefficient.
As a
I don't
business.
understand.
Yeah, it's fine if people
But
want to
whatever.
write checks as
I guess it's because there's charges, but just like tack on that fee. It was 2%.
a couple bucks. Yeah.
It's so crazy.
So that was funny. So as I'm writing by check the balance yesterday, the phone rings and the answering machine picked up like tape, like a tape answering machine. I was like transported back to the 80s. It was really funny. And something else that was a little weird, not bad in any way, but if you're coming here, you definitely want to make sure. Many campgrounds that we've been to, this is the first time in years
Ever, I think.
ever. So they always say you have to have your pet records, right? Campgrounds say, we've had them, but we've never been asked. You will have to show your pet's records here. They make a copy of them. So if you're coming here, make sure that you have your updated vaccination records.
One other thing, which is, we've never experienced this. If you have a visitor over 30 minutes, they have to pay $3 per person per day, right? They do enforce it because they have somebody standing at the front. So just keep that in mind.